Guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Lincoln Corsair Premier.
And a big thanks to CJ and the rest of the management and staff here at AutoNation Lincoln in Clearwater, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Clearwater, St. Petersburg, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for CJ.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Corsair has been Lincoln's luxury compact SUV since 2020. Facelifted back in 2023, which gave us this new grille, different wheels and trim pieces with an updated, really premium interior. The 2025 Corsair adds the Jet Appearance package for the top black label trim, with 3 trims available for the gas-powered 2025 Lincoln Corsair. All mate Lincoln's peppy 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which cranks out 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque to an 8-speed automatic transmission, standard with front-wheel drive, where you can upgrade for $2,000 to an all-wheel drive system. We range from the $39,000 Premier up to the $55,000 Black Label for 2025. And here we have the base Premier, but it's a pretty well loaded one at that, sitting just under the cost of a Reserve, which is their mid-level trim. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So we get our full LED headlamps, daytime running lights beneath it with our turn signal, also separate piece underneath the headlamp, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera, Lincoln badge with our updated grille since 2023. Really clean looking body color trim for the bottom part of the bumper area, all body color trim for the wheel well area. You get these really nice multi-spoke 20-inch black rims. I wouldn't really want to be the person that cleans them, but when they're clean, they look really sharp. Wrapped in Continental Cross Contact LX all-season tires, dimensions being 245/45 R20. 5-lug pattern, and again, a really clean look for this fully motored out 2025 Corsair. We get a Corsair badging underneath the mirror area, which also has black contrast, LED turn signal on the mirror, black theme for the mirror as well, blind spot monitoring on the glass, all black trim for the window trim. I'll take a step back, hopefully you can pick up the side profile on this 2025 Lincoln Corsair, which although it's a compact SUV, it's really not that much larger or smaller than a previous generation Lincoln Nautilus. The window sticker is going to be just about impossible for you guys to pick up, but AutoNation Lincoln of Clearwater thought it through, and they sticker an additional piece of paper up front so you guys can pick this one up a little bit easier for this 2025 Corsair. 106.7-inch wheelbase, 2-liter turbocharged engine, 8-speed transmission with an infinite black metallic paint color, perforated soft touch EB Mead Truff interior. You can pause, take a look at the standard features. $39,300 for the base price. You get about $7,600 in total options, $3,420 for the 101A package, which is basically the Premier 2 package, loading this interior up basically to what you would get from a Reserve. We also get the $1,700 moonroof, $2,250 for the Jet package, which is now available for the top black label trim level, which completely murders out this vehicle's exterior. 25 combined MPGs, 22 in the city, 30 on the highway. We didn't mention the roof rails up top and a massive panoramic moonroof with a shark fin style antenna. The gas cap is push to open, easy fill, 87 plus is the rating. That's nice that you can put regular fuel here for this turbocharged power plant. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper, full LED taillights, a little bit of smoked chrome up top for the Lincoln logo. I'm sure that's included with the Jet package. LED third brake light, wipers not housed with that third brake light like it was in the 2025 Aviator we just reviewed on this channel. Shout out AutoNation Lincoln in Clearwater, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get full rear parking sensing, dual exhaust tips. We'll get back to the exhaust tips in 1 second, but from this angle right here, I see a lot of Audi Q3, Q5 resemblance. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this peppy 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sold by Lincoln for the 2025 Corsair. And it sounds pretty good, cranking out a very healthy amount of power at 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque, mated either to a front-wheel drive system or all-wheel drive. Here we have front-wheel drive. You can expect 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, making it a no-joke performer considering a sub $40,000 base price point, leaving you a ton of room to work on it too if you're mechanically inclined, or for your mechanic to have a little bit more room to work on this vehicle. Anyway, what you see is what we get. We can shut this hood right down. I don't think I closed it all the way, and unfortunately this is like a BMW style hood now where you got to use the double latches. There's no finger latches underneath the hood. So remember, if you open up the hood, use a little bit of effort to actually close it up. But taking a step inside, we can see what we get for, yes, a sub $40,000 base price, but with about $7,500 in really useful options and features, you're gonna be really impressed with this interior. We get soft touch materials up top, leather stitching, contrast stitching in the center, a gushy soft armrest, 4-window auto on touch, 3-person memory seats, adjustments, electrical adjustments. You can slide, drop, lift, and recline the seats electrically on the door panel. Reminds me a little bit of the Mercedes SUVs. You get 2 speakers on the door panel, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable, 4-window auto on touch, lock and unlock, aluminum Lincoln nameplate. As we step inside, the seats are really comfortable, gushy soft leather, solid bolstering for the bottom and the top portion. We mentioned the electric adjustments. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. Yeah, really comfortable seats. Foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So first thing you notice, the steering wheel is thick. Reminds me a lot of the wheel that we got in the Aviator we just reviewed. Solid 10-2 bolstering notch, great 9-3. Horn area is rubberized. The horn, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We do get dual paints here on the 2025 Corsair Base Premium. Additional glass in front to help us out with our forward and side visibility. We get our volume and skip controls on the left side, adjustments for the radar cruise control beneath it as well. On the right side, we have our radar cruise control adjustments as well. We can adjust this infotainment too. Right now we're looking at our digital speedo, trip A, trip B, fuel economy, tire pressure, and our comm screen. My personal favorite to look at all times would be the instant fuel economy. On the left side, you can see an icon of your 2025 Corsair, digital speedo in the center, and we have a kind of analog illumination for speedometer too. We can adjust. You can click up and adjust the navigation with a click of a button through your infotainment. You can go down and adjust the display. So pressing OK, you can see your information screen. Speedometer, you can change it to kilometers, and you can add the tachometer to view. Let's add that. Go back to our home screen, and yep, there we go. So our tach goes to about, rev limiter at 4,000 RPM, but we'll see how high it revs when we take it out for a drive. Not going to beat on it too badly, but one time we will open her up. The turn signal stocks have a satisfying click, lane keep assist on the turn signal stocks, auto rain sensing wipers, that's an appreciated feature for this price point, power tilt and telescoping steering column, auto headlamps, interior brightness, trunk release, aluminum outlining, your air vents, some aluminum up front, and a soft touch dashboard. 13.4-inch touchscreen, 13.2-inch touchscreen, 12.3-inch digital gauge display. So the touchscreen, we already checked out the gauge display. The touchscreen, as you guys can see, Lincoln's home screen, songs currently playing with navigation added. It's not the same Google display that we had in the 2025 Aviator. That's Google's all-new display, but as you see, still excellent response, and the resolution is top-notch premium. You can reset the view as well. Back to the Lincoln mode, this is our home screen. You can see our features, settings, and our apps. Features, let's check it out. Driver assistance, record feedback, owner's manual. Our apps, you guys can check them all out. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, YouTube, mobile apps help. You can see your heated and ventilated seats adjustments, also a really appreciated feature for a sub $50,000 luxury SUV. Heated steering wheel, auto climate control, all of that. More air vents, leather stitching for the center, more aluminum above the leather stitching, engine start stop, park reverse, neutral drive, backup camera, foot on the brake. We can check it out too. Really high resolution, guidance lines and trajectory, 360-degree camera, all very appreciated features at this price point. You can check out just your backup screen. You can check out your side view so you don't scuff up these beautiful wheels and tires. Throwing right back into park, we return back to the previous screen. The volume dial is a satisfying click. Auto parking, check out your camera with the click of a button. Hazards, turn off your auto engine start stop. You turn off the traction control and our max defroster with a hard button, but all of the rest of the climate settings are through touch sensors. I accidentally turned on the heated seats. Let's make sure to turn that off, and we'll turn them down a little bit too because they work really well and they make a decent amount of noise. Solid storage in front. You can close up this cubby with some plastic trim pieces, wireless phone charging pad, USB A and C port, a little bit of extra storage next to it. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles and pushy things for the smaller bottles. Electronic parking brake, drive mode selector. Our drive modes include normal, slippery, conserve, excite, and right back to where we started. We'll start off in normal, try out excite, maybe try out conserve, and just see what the differences are. We get a gushy soft padded armrest with contrast stitching, leather stitching for your knees will often hit. Storage space is solid. You're fitting 8 to 12-ounce cans in here, coin slot, business card holder, 12-volt in the center console. The glove box is damped, lined and felt, and large. You're fitting 20 license plates, easily fit 2 pairs of shoes. I expect it to fit 6 to 8 large books in there too. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror. The interior lights, you gotta press a button to turn them on, but they are LED, 3 garage home link settings, sunglass holder, and a massive panoramic moonroof. Let's open up the shade with a click of a button. It opens up decently quickly, but I'll catch right back with you when it's open. All right, guys, now opening up the glass too, press and hold. Opens up automatically, but yep, takes a second to do its thing. See if it goes out any further. It does. To the end of the front row, poke our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Clearwater, Florida, sunny and 83 degrees. We can shut this roof right up. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin, but that's about it for the front seat, at least for this 2025 Lincoln Corsair. It is a really impressive SUV at the price point, and I'm pretty sure they're doing pretty decent discounts right now on Corsairs, even for the 2025 models. We get smart access out rear too, not just up front, but similar to the German competition, you gotta manually unlock the back seat because it automatically locks when you're in the front. Anyway, up top we get soft touch to be expected. We get leather stitching in the center, gushy soft armrest, aluminum door handle, and 2 speakers on the door panel. Solid storage. You'll be able to slide a foot long, but it's not going to be horizontal. It'll be diagonal, so make sure the sauce is to a minimum. The rear seats, the padding doesn't go out to the door frame, but still looks really comfortable. It's solid legroom. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room. We'll review a Lincoln Nautilus too and see how much more space is back there. But someone over 6 feet tall, if you're under 6'2", 6'3", I think the Corsair is more than spacious enough for you. We get cargo nets behind both of the front seats, air vents, that's appreciated, USB A and USB C port, charge ports, the center console or the armrest back here. We get 2 cup holders. You'll fit 16, maybe 24-ounce bottles, and it's a pretty soft leatherette trim piece. The interior lights are LED. We get a hook for both of the grab handles back here and a ton of light thanks to this massive panoramic moonroof. The second row seats also recline. This is the full recline mode, and now I have about 3 inches of headroom, but I do compromise a little bit of my knee room. Let's hop out into the cargo space though, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2025 Corsair out for a drive. So underneath the L is the button for this electrically opening lift gate, which is an option, but we do have it available here. And as you guys see, it's a large cargo space for a compact SUV and a low step in height. As you see, at 6 feet tall, my knee's just about at the same level as this step-in. Unfortunately, no standard subwoofer in this audio system, but for a base audio system, it does sound surprisingly good. Additional 12-volt, that's nice for an electric cooler. You get an LED light, and you can fold the second row seats down electrically. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much cargo space is back here with the second row up and with the second row down. Secret storage, you get a little bit outside of your spare tire. It is nice they include a spare here for the 2025 Corsair. You can drop the trunk with the click of a button. As soon as you press the button, the trunk starts to close. So make sure you get out of the way if you have grocery bags in your hands, or you will get doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this all-new 2025 Lincoln Corsair. I was not expecting this compact luxury SUV to be this similar to what I consider like an Audi Q3, Audi Q5, while costing $10,000 to $15,000 less with similar performance numbers. And you're getting a really nice interior here, every option and feature you could possibly ask for, and good performance. And speaking of performance, let's take this 2025 Lincoln Corsair Premier out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Lincoln Corsair Premier. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, the steering's light, but the steering wheel has a really soft leather touch to it, making it feel very premium. And again, base price for this thing's under 40 grand. Keep that in mind because you get some serious luxury here for the money. Throttle response for the turbocharged 4-cylinder is good, and we're still in normal mode. Sport or the Excite mode will definitely give you a little bit more play through the steering wheel. Not play in the sense of wiggliness, play in the sense of better overall feel. We can take a step out here. You get very peppy feeling throttle response. Once you're sort of at speed, you get a little bit more feel through the wheel. It's just when you're not moving, they keep it very light. So I actually kind of prefer it that way. So what do you need heavy steering for when you're not moving? But when you're actually moving out on the road, you get a pretty good sense of what your wheels are doing. Taking a step out here, we can open her up a little bit. Ooh, a little bit of wheel spin. Ooh, there's a lot of torque here. Partial throttle, and this thing gets up and goes well. Brakes feel good. We can take a step out here, open her up a little bit more. Whoa, a little bit of torque steer there for a second. Woo-hoo-hoo. Try it out in the Excite modes. See what changes up. All right, guys, Excite mode off the line on the gas. This thing can rip. For just the front wheel drive, you definitely feel a little bit of wheel spin through the wheel. In Excite mode, the steering starts to feel a little bit better. Paddles, I mean, they respond pretty good. They're not great, but they do the job. Take a step out here and lean into it about halfway. Puts the power down. The boost here is strong. I could definitely see 0 to 60 happening in around 6 seconds if you get a good launch. But you're gonna have to work hard on that launch because there's a lot of power here for the front wheels, even with solid 245 wide tires. Half throttle, boost, picks up speed well. You can actually hear a blow off when you let off of that throttle. It sounds pretty good. We can take it out of sport, no reason to beat it up any further. You definitely, or Excite, I keep calling it sport. Let's try it out in conserve, because with turbocharged engines, oftentimes you don't really need sport mode because the way that the boost builds, you feel that power whether you have the extra sensitivity or not. All right, guys, in conserve mode, about a third throttle, the shift points change. You still hear that blow off. Feels strong, but I don't really like the way that the gas pedal feels in conserve mode. For daily driving, I'd leave it in normal. You get the best of both worlds, good performance and good luxury without being too high in the rev range, compromising your fuel economy. In normal, you may not be getting your 25 mpgs like you'll get in conserve, but you should still be at or around the 23, 24 mpg marker, which I'm sure for most people you wouldn't complain. We try out one more real world turning radius test. Let this guy in the boat do his thing. Taking a step out here in conserve mode, about half throttle, lean into it. Much lighter. It almost feels like they limit the boost in the conserve mode. When you lean into it a little bit more, you still get pretty good power. Just really not as much. For that reason, I would recommend leaving it in normal mode for daily driving. Conserve is fine, but that's exactly what it is. It's not going to be for any purpose outside of getting you the best fuel economy possible. All right, guys, we can try out these paddles. Second gear on the gas. Whoa, a little bit of torque steer. This thing can rip. The paddles themselves aren't the most snappy, but they definitely do the job more than well enough. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a luxury compact SUV or luxury midsize SUV, this is spacious enough for 6 foot tall passengers and let's say easily 4 or 5 of them. This is more than spacious enough. The price point is there considering the options and features, and performance wise, as you guys can see, it rips. It's a powerful turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's a super comfortable platform with a ton of space and brand new updated tech. If that's what you're looking for, guys, between the $45,000 and under $50,000 price point, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2025 Lincoln Corsair. And a big thanks to CJ and Bill here at AutoNation Lincoln in Clearwater, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new luxury car or SUV in the Clearwater, Tampa, St. Petersburg area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for CJ. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.